Hi guys, I'm Tyler and you're watching the TJR Space channel. Today I am doing an unboxing and my first impressions of the build quality on the Line 6 HX Stomp. So I've been a Helix user pretty much since it came out. I've had it around and I've used it on and off, but in the last year or two, as I've become professional, the Helix has kind of become my go-to effects board and my go-to amp simulator, and I'm finding I'm using it more and more and more. But I have the Helix floor, so the full-size original model, and recently I've been finding that I don't actually need to have that amount of size and real estate for certain gigs that I'm doing. Quite a lot of the gigs I do are function band gigs, or I play with a guy called Danny McMahon and play country music with him, where I just don't need that much in terms of effects. But the amp simulations in the Helix, as well as a couple of the effects, have become kind of my go-to signature sound. So I really wanted to have access to them at all times without having to have the massive board. So the idea behind the Stomp is for me to be able to put it into my bag. The thing that really inspired me to get it was mostly travelling. Went out to Italy recently and my preamp pedal died the day before. I took a different preamp that I ordered online, but if I'd had the Stomp I would have been able to have exactly the sound that I have at home with me anywhere I travel. So this is why the Stomp is now part of my rig, and I'm going to be using this as much as I can. It's going to be living in my gig bag, and I'll probably be using it almost every gig I do. This floor will still make it out for some gigs, but I use, for most gigs where I'm just playing, pretty standard bass player stuff, this is going to be the guy. So first thing that I was surprised by is the size of this box. It's a massive box for a pedal that I assume is roughly this size. Just like the Helix floor box, that is a lot bigger than the pedal itself, which I suppose is good practice by Line 6. It allows to make sure that your product gets to you safely. I ordered this from Bass Direct in Warwick, here in the UK. These are actually becoming really hard to get at the minute. They're sold out pretty much everywhere. And Bass Direct are one of those companies that I often go to with things are sold out because they're bass players only, so a little bit lesser known than anyone else, and they're really good to me. They get me sent stuff really quickly, and yeah, it's really cool. So slide that off. Based on the size you can understand why shipping is charged, because it's bigger than I expected. Cut open the usual sellotape strip. There you go. Not the safest with scissors. It's just where this box is a little bit damaged to the outside of the box, maybe from transport, but that's okay. Just the corners are a little crushed. So inside the box, your cheat sheet, which I think I'm going to need. I've only ever used one of these for a few seconds at Yamaha Music London to get the sound that I usually use, and that was it. So it's going to be a little bit different, a little bit of a learning curve, I think, given that it's much more minimal than the floor. USB cable, which is ideal. It's one of the main reasons I bought this. It's going to be my travel rig and my travel rehearsal rig, as well as an audio interface for anything I do when I'm about travelling. Power supply, DC3. I know it's quite a hefty pedal to supply power to. So, okay, it's usefully includes, really helpful for me actually, given I wanted this specifically for travelling. Inside that box you're getting all three of the main plug adapters. So, got a US plug, a European plug, and a UK plug, which is ideal. So I need to keep hold of these and make sure they are easy accessible, because I'm flying over to Sweden at the end of the year, as well as probably flying up to Scotland. And then those adapters, there we go, sorry, no, there's the US plug, it's the one that's already pre-attached. It's a little bit larger than I'd expected, quite a long adapter, which is a bit annoying, but that's alright, I will survive. And then to the pedal itself, there we go, that's what I was expecting. Agreeing to turn the license agreement by breaking the seal. Okay, no choice, that's alright. And there it is, the Stomp itself. Exactly what you'd expect, much like the feels like the pedals on the Helix floor. The screen's a little bit smaller than I expected, but that's alright, not a problem. It's quite heavy, it's surprisingly heavy, but that's really solid build. Quite like the colour of it. The colour's pretty cool. It's got like a speckledy metallic look into the black, which is nice. Volume knob, simple, nice and smooth. Good action on the selector buttons. Nice clicky feel. All really good. So my intention with this pedal is to, as I say, use it for pretty much everything I do. When I'm travelling, it's going to be my DI. I'm going to use an adapter to attach to XLRs, so I can go straight into PA systems, not just using a normal jack lead. And yeah, audio interface is my intention for this as well. So in terms of features on the construction, you get quite a lot for the size. We've got stereo send on the right hand side of the unit, left mono return and auxiliary in, which is a really nice feature. One of the things that I really liked about this product is that it seems that you can almost use it for anything that you want to. Really versatile choice. Expression pedal out, or alternatively extra foot switches, so you can attach more foot switches and use it to control more of the blocks that you have set in it. Inputs, left mono input, right input, left mono output, and then the right output, and then the USB connection for connecting it to your computer for interface purposes or for using the HX Edit software. And then the 9V in, which is a 3A 9V, which you'd expect given the size of the amount of power and processing this has got to do. So it's probably not going to work with most of your 9V adapters. You're going to have to make sure that you've got one that's supplying enough juice. And then lastly, on the left hand side of the unit, we have MIDI in and out, and a standard headphone jack. But yeah, that's my kind of quick overview of the Helix Stomp. Really solid feeling, quite a heavy little unit, but hopefully I'm going to get loads and loads of use out of it. In the comments below, I'd like you to let me know what your main use is for the Helix Stomp. Are you using it as an audio interface? Are you using it as a pedal, as part of a pedal board? Are you using it as your main source of effects? Let me know what your main use is in the comments below. And I'm going to do loads more Helix videos. I'm really getting into my Helix stuff. As I say, it's becoming a real essential part of my sound. So I'm going to start doing some more in-depth looks at Helix, patches that I'm using, presets I'm using, all that sort of thing. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button, and if you really want to be on it with my videos, hit the bell, and as soon as I release a video, you're going to get notified of that straight away. If you like this video, don't be afraid to hit the like button, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around soon.